Hello doll, so in this video today I'm going to be installing and reviewing the Kiss Acrylic Kit, and this is my second time applying this. The first time I really wish that I recorded it because I really want y'all to see that it's really not that difficult. All you need is a little bit of patience and a little bit of a steady hand. I am by far no nail pro. I don't do nails for a living, so you can do this too. I want to open up the kit, show you what's inside of it, and just give you a review on how long you can expect for this to last, and then I'll give you a quick tutorial on how to apply these nails effectively. So this specific kit came from Dollar General, and so this was only $6 at Dollar General, which I think is a really good price. They have another kit that's similar from Walmart, and it's about $16, and it has more things, but this has everything that you need. It comes with the acrylic powder, acrylic liquid, a little brush to do it, and then it has these nails which are white tips. So I'm going to show you the extra things that I got to add to this package to get your full nails done. For one, I was wise enough this time to get some clear tips. You can get this from Dollar General also, and this is I was wise enough this time to get some natural color tips that are not white, and you can also get this from Dollar General. It's a pack of, I don't know how many of them, I forgot, but it's $1. The next piece that I got is this nail file thing that works. It just uses 2 AA batteries. You can get this from Dollar General also. I didn't get all of this at the same time, so I don't remember exactly how much this cost, but I will say for sure it's under $10 or $11. This is really good. It comes with 5 different pieces to use. This helps a lot when using this Kiss acrylic nail powder kit. I also have super glue, some nail files. I have cuticle clippers because my cuticles are always like not on fleek. Don't look at my hands right now. And then I also have a nail clipper that I'm going to be using just to trim down the nail tips. So before I get started, I do want to let y'all know that I thought these would be permanent, like when you go to the nail salon, but these actually only last about 2 weeks, and they will start coming off on you like some press-on nails, but they last about 2 weeks if you do it really good, and you can redo them. I was re-gluing them back to my nail, and I had them on for like a good month. I would say I did it about twice. I do want to give you hope if you haven't done this before. This is a picture from the first time that I did my nails. So I went ahead and grabbed my Kiss acrylic powder from the first kit that I had because I still have a lot left over. This is what you run out of fast, okay? This only lasts about 2 uses, maybe 3 if you're using it really good. I have this little container to pour this in, and then I also have a napkin to help along as I go. So the first thing that you want to do is file down your nail surface so that the nails can really stick to it. That's a very important part. Okay, so now I filed my nails, and you can see I have a whole bunch of dust particles going on, but I filed the surface. So I'm going to dust off this dust, and then I'm going to cut my cuticles. This is a nail cuticle clipper, and I believe I got this from Sally's. So you just go around the edges like this. So I'm going to do that and then come back to you so that we can get started with the kit. Okay, so I've done the best that I could do with my cuticles, and we have our nails filed down and ready to apply the acrylic nails. So I'm going to show you the technique that I use to do this. So the first step is to pick your nails and measure it out to the size of your nail. If you feel like you need to cut these tips, you could just use your nail clipper just to trim it so that it fits nicely when you glue it. So to apply, you just want to press down and hold it until it dries in place, and make sure that you don't go smaller than your actual nail. Just make sure it's the appropriate size, and even larger if you need to, and just trim the edges. So as you can see, I think my nails are already looking a lot better. I'm just going to do the same thing now to my other hand. So now that our nails are on, what I'm going to do is trim it down to the length that I wanted. And I'm also going to file it because I'm going to do these nails like coffin nails. So I'm going to show you how to do the coffin nail design. And also when you're trimming it, make sure you don't trim it too short because it's better to have to take off, but you cannot add back. And last time I did my nails, I did them shorter than I wanted. So I'm just going to trim a little bit, but not too much. them trimmed down, and what I'm going to do is file my nails in the shape that I wanted. So I want the coffin shape, and basically to do the coffin shape, you just want to trim. You can cut, but I like to use my nail file because it gives me a little bit more control. But you just want to kind of trim it, or you can cut the shape and you want it to go in. Now you can see how these nails look that I filed them down kind of like to the coffin shape versus these. And I think this shape just looks like a lot better, and it's a little bit more natural than the wide square tips. So that's all I did. And again, I just use my nail file. I don't use scissors because I like to have a lot of control. Now that both of my nails have been shaped and filed, what I'm going to do, that took about 20 minutes by the way. What I'm going to do is use this and just file it down with the nail buffer side and then get to applying the nail kit. Okay, so now we're ready to use our actual acrylic. This is the little powder, and of course I still have about half of the container left. This is from my first set that I bought. And then this is the acrylic liquid, and this is the strong stuff that really has like a potent smell when you walk into the nail salon. So what I'm gonna do is just pour a little bit of this in a container so that we don't have to overuse, and we'll just use exactly what we need. So I just poured a little bit, okay? It's filled up like at the very bottom, and if I need some more I'll just pour some more, but I'm trying to maintain as much of this as possible because this is what I ran out of the first time. You do want to have like some kind of napkin or cloth to wipe off the brush as you're doing it, because the acrylic will get thick on this brush and you need it to not be thick so that you can smoothly do all your nails. I'm going to try my best to do this on camera. What you want to do is dip the brush in the liquid, and then you're going to dip it in the acrylic powder, and as you can see it gathers at the tip, and you want to kind of work a little bit fast. So I'm just starting with this nail, but I'm kind of shaping it how I want at the bottom, and I'm just gonna smooth it up. And you do want to work kind of fast because this stuff does dry pretty quickly, but you still want to take your time. And then I did just wipe the acrylic off of the brush, but I wanted to show you close up how this one looks. And that's just one coat. I'm going to do about 2 to 3 coats of acrylic per nail. But for now, I'm just going to go through the other nails and show you how I do it so that you can just get a glimpse of it. And as you can see, I had kind of like some drippage of the acrylic coming off to the side. So I used my really dull nail filer, which is just the extra one that I always have just in case. And what I did was just slid it off the side. So that's something that you can do to fix it before it dries, because you really don't want it to dry hard around your skin. It's just going to make it harder to get a clean finish at the end. I want to show you a close-up of how it looks with just one coat. Let me show you from the side. But I'm going to do 3 layers because I want it to be thick like at the nail salon. this is how it looks after the second coat. So I actually ended up doing 4 to 5 coats on each of my nails, and I got them to be thick how I want them to be. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, and also I have to put a little bit more in here because I'm completely out after doing my 4 to 5 coats. Okay, so I'm done, and at the end I just want to let you know, to get any acrylic powder off of your brush that might be stuck on there, you could just put a little bit of acrylic liquid in your container, mush it around and rub it off, and then your brush should be good and clean to go for the next time. I had to pick up the pace because I'm heading out to Atlanta to go see my homegirl, and I did not realize that she stays further away from me than I thought, so I'm hurrying it up. But what I'm going to do right now is just basically file the edges of my nails, and then we're going to go back in with our little tool that we also got from Dollar General and smooth down the surface. Okay, so then I just also lightly kind of use it as a buffer, because I don't have a buffer right now. And then I'm going to use this after I switch out the tip to finish cleaning the surface before I go ahead and paint my nails. So now they're all clean and we're ready to paint. I'm going to be using red and clear. And this is the final look. So I hope this tutorial helped. It's really easy. Everything is super affordable. You can get everything you need to do this nail set for under $20. And if you do a good job, it should last 2 to 3 weeks. So I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Talk to you later. Subscribe for more. Bye.